Welcome back to RC Mechanic Garage, where we work on anything from an RC car to a full size. Today we're working on the C2X. The C2X has been proven to be an awesome truck, even though it has really huge differentials front and rear like the SCX10 original. It is proven to be able to climb over dang near anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take this cab off, take everything out of it, lights, door handles, the whole shebang, and give it a facelift. Because this factory gray is not jiving with me. So we're going to do that and probably do something different with these wheels. Even though these tires are really good, I'll probably use those on something else, but I have an idea. So my idea is to take these aluminum wheels and paint them, right? Give them a whole new look, whole new stance on the truck, I guess. That's what I'm calling it. So I'm not going to use these tires. These tires are super hard. To go with something like this, these are the Mickey Thompson Pro Baja tires, otherwise known in the full-size world as the Sticky Mickeys, right? So I was thinking about going with something like that. Haven't chosen the color of the C2X yet, but I think if I found something kind of dark with a contrast of this ring, it might be a good thing, right? It'd probably look really good. Go ahead and throw all these, at least two of them on top of here, and you can see massive difference in these, right? If we put these up here, they're just a wee bit bigger than these. And if I was to paint them like, say, a hammer tone color, which I really liked how that turned out on the Trailfinder 2 extended cab. If I do that, I think that'll be awesome. So as you can see, the Sticky Mickeys, referred to in the full-size world, are about the same size as the original. And I think if I was to go ahead and repaint the inner, give the outer a different color, obviously to complement the cab, I think that would look awesome. So I think those will look pretty dang good on there. You know, the cab won't be gray anymore. It'll be a different color, but they're about the same size. Like I said, you know, I just put a couple screws in just to give an idea. So let me know what you think about that. I mean, if there's a color you would like to see this in, let me know. I'm thinking more of a hammer tone, and I'll show you what I have in stock. Alright, so I have brown, I have chestnut, which is about like brown, a little darker. I have bronze, and I have silver, antique pewter they call it, and there's black. Whatever the wheels end up being will complement the body, so I need to figure out the color of the body before I can figure out the color of the wheels. These are aluminum. Like I said, I'm going to use these wheels on something else. I mean, they don't have to be on this truck. So let me know what you think about my idea of giving this thing a facelift. And I thought maybe we would go ahead and turn it into a, like, say, RC recovery truck. maybe we'll give this one a boom instead of the flatbed Trail Finder 2. We can put a winch in the front, winch in the back, winch to move it up and down, 3 controllers, and there you are. I actually like these tires. These are really cool. I mean, I think when I go to do my full-size Jeep, I may just get a set of these and put them on. It's not like it's going to be like driving a lot. So, well, while the body's off getting painted, decided to do some other work to this thing. Now, granted, this is an RTR, so you got to do, you know, the certain things you need to do with an RTR, like, you know, put oil in the shocks. So I did that, front and rear. Also, what I've got here is this front bumper right here. That's going to go away in place of another one. The only problem is that the other one is made for a Trail Finder 2. So let's go ahead and take this bumper, and I believe we need to take this servo off right here and see what we can do with it. I already had a Emax moment, and I had to cut a screw. That'd be that one right there. Right there. So let's hope the rest of it goes better. Here's what I got. CC hand, front bumper. Actually, this one was on sale. It caught my eye because what it does is it tucks that the winch way up under there, so the bumper doesn't stick out way far. So let's see what we need to do to make that work. The new bumper will sit up here like, I don't know, like that, right? But it comes with a new servo bracket, and as you can see from here, it's a bit too wide. So the frame on this thing is a little bit narrower than a Trail Finder 2. So what we're going to have to do is adapt this to work. We have a couple of options, I think. We can either mount it to this hole or this hole. It doesn't seem like it'd be very strong though. I mean, you only got a screw here, right there, and a screw there. May need to think about this for a minute. So I guess either the servo can be over on this side or over on this side. Right here. If I do like I'm planning, I was thinking about taking this brush motor out and putting a Hobby Wing Fusion in there. We may need to go ahead and put that servo facing this side. So the big question though is whether this is threaded all the way down or not. It does go into it a bit. Alright, so depending on where it sits, if it sits back here or back here, on what I need to do. Okay, if it sits back here like this, I mean that would, what would that do? Let's put this up here. Okay, or do I just go all the way back here? If I go all the way back here, let's sit there like that. Oh, you can't see that. So if it goes all the way back to this hole right here, like that, the servo is going to get in the way of the motor, so that can't work. It'll have to go up here. So if it goes up here, it'll be right there. If it goes up here, it'll be right up here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut these tabs off on each end, and if I need to, I guess I can drill it more. I think what needs to happen here is I need to rethink this situation. this bracket right here, which is the original one, and this that came with the bumper, right? And this one here is the original one that came with the truck. So I think what I need to do is I need to do more cutting, alright? And I need to attach this to this, rebuilding the whole front bracket. Oops, sorry. Whole front bracket. And I do believe I need to get the body on here so I can see what's going on. Well, I decided to go in a different direction on this bumper. I decided to make my own mount, okay? Since this is made for a Trailfinder 2, and we're putting it on a C2X, which has a completely different frame, what I did is I came up with this, right? Had to modify a little bit right here on the servo mount, and it's a very snug fit, which I like. And I wasn't really cool about, you know, one mounting hole right here and here. I can still use that for something, I'm sure. Alright. So this is in the mock-up stage right now. There's going to be 2 bolts, one here and one here. And the screws for the servo will come up. I'll put longer ones in with nuts. Hold this down. I'm not going to put the winch on right now, but this is basically how it'll look. Okay, so let me know if you want to see more from that, because I have a whole lot more going on. We'll call this part 1. I really don't like doing multi-part videos, but you know, I'm thinking if I can fit it, a Hobbywing Fusion SE up in here, get rid of the ESC, get rid of RC 4-wheel drive receiver, and we're going to put a smaller Spectrum one in. We're going to put lights in it. Okay, there's going to be lights. I have the winch right here, but it looks like I'm going to have to modify this bumper to make it fit, even though on our RC 4-wheel drive website it said it would. Go figure. But what I really liked about this bumper was that I could tuck the winch up under here, right? My experience when I get into fabricating stuff is that if I fix one thing, there's like 3 more things I got to address. So looks like another thing I'll have to address is this. The servo horn right there, I'll have to do something different with that. But the panhard bar here and this here, we'll have to do something. Here it is with the body on and the tires on, and I gotta tell you, everyone, that this thing looks incredible. I mean, it is not even the same truck. You know, I mean, changing the color all by itself was a massive upgrade for this thing. Yeah, I do have some issues because I am really impatient, and when it comes to painting, I'm not near as good as I used to be. I have some really good runs right here. Decided to go with the black door handles, black key lock, black here. I'll most likely black out this. Gonna do the trim around here, even though it's a pain in the butt, but I am. The other side looks a whole lot better. There's one small run right here and there, but it looks a whole lot better, right? And I think once I get this bumper figured out up here, that, I mean, it's gonna be, you won't recognize it, you know. I mean, yeah, it's going to be incredible. Alright, so on the next video on this thing, we're going to get that bumper figured out, and I'll have this all detailed out, and the lights, corner lights up here in, headlights in. We're going to get the off-road lights on the bumper installed. And the one thing I just didn't want to do is I didn't want to carve up the bottom of this grill. So, and I'm kind of funny about that. You know? I mean, I did it on one truck. I don't want to do it again. The sticky Mickeys on here, I mean, just make it, you know. The refurbed wheels, wow. So like I say, if you have any questions, comments, or anything you would like to say about it, hey, good job, it really sucks, whatever, I like a better gray, you know, any of that, you know, just leave a comment. Give a like click if you like it. If you don't, give me a negative. That's fine. I'll give it. I'll take it. You know, it's all good. The one thing I did find out is that on the center caps on these wheels, that the tolerances are like so tight that with the paint, it is becoming an issue. That's why some caps have, you know, they're different. So, but we'll get that fixed. The most important part is getting that bumper, get the motor all changed out, and see how it runs. The other thing will be, since this here kind of like really sucks to do, I may just black out this window. You know, it's one of those things you cover up your mistakes, right? So I'll just black out this window. Won't even know that's there. Alright, this is Rc Mechanic Garage. Keep fixing, keep building, fabricating, create. That's what we do here. Thank you for watching.